Welcome to the Sheehan House, located at 315 3rd Avenue South. In 1912, Catherine Sheehan, a widow for 16 years, moved into this house with her schoolteacher daughters, Josephine and Catherine. Mrs. Sheehan had come from Ontario, Canada, to Minnesota in 1900 to be closer to several of her older siblings. She was a sister of Timothy Foley, a lumber and railroad magnate who was one of the richest men in Minnesota. Although he had built a grand home at 385 3rd Avenue South in 1889, his business interests had since taken him away from St. Cloud. Now, after losing the ties of family, Catherine, at age 66, was increasingly concerned about the welfare of her two youngest children. Kate was 30 and Joe was 28. With her family's wealth and connections, Mrs. Sheehan could afford the services of a well-known architect. She turned to Peter Linhoff, who was highly fashionable among the best set in St. Paul. Linhoff designed 17 houses just on Summit Avenue alone, and had just finished a charming craftsman-style mansion there for Donald Carver, president of Merchants National Bank. In 1928, Mrs. Sheehan hired the William A. French and Company, a Twin Cities interior design firm, to improve the inside of the house. The company had a national reputation, having completed work for the Pillsburys and for the Congdons in their magnificent home, Glensheen, in Duluth. Much of French's interior woodwork remains in place. After Catherine Sheehan passed away at age 95 in 1939, her two daughters remained in the home, living into comfortable old age with their much-loved maid, Aggie. Family stories abound about the gracious and colorful Sheehan sisters, including their second-floor sisters' suite, adjacent bedrooms divided by pocket doors. If they were getting along, the doors were open. If they had a disagreement or an annoyance, the doors would close. Josephine died in 1973 at the age of 93. Kate had passed away about 2 years earlier. The Sheehan House, now approaching its 100th year, has been owned by only 2 families.